Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay, this video I want to explain about collocation list. The first one is make adjustments. Make adjustment is the act of making an alteration or modification. Next, make a living. Earn the money one needs to pay for housing, food. Next, make a recommendation, a suggestion or pitch of advice about how to solve a problem, deal with situation. Next, modern method is a particular way of doing something. Normal development is a range or on-time growth based on the attainment of specific physical, cognitive, linguistic, social, emotional, and behavioral milestones across specific stage. Next, online database. Online database is a database accessible from a local network or the internet. Next, be of paramount importance is more important than anything else. Be partly responsible for is some amount or degree that is less than the whole. Next, political activity is activity directed toward the success or failure of a political party. Next, positive feedback is the enhancement or amplification of an effect by its own influence on the process that gives rise to it. Next, potential source is a type of natural resource that exists in a region and may be used in the future. Next, previous knowledge is the information, no matter how limited, a learner has at the start of learning a new topic. Next, professional body is an organization with individual members practicing a professional or occupation. Next, provide an illustration is a picture or a diagram that helps make something clear or attractive. Next is random sample is a part of the sampling technique in which each sample has an equal probability of being chosen. Next, relevant data is global variable data for the workflow process. Next, set the agenda to decide what subject other people should discuss and deal with. Next, social circumstance is a set of concepts that result from or is influenced by criteria or activities associated with the social environment of a person. Next, source material is material containing either the element thorium or the element uranium. Next, specific factor is one that is stuck in an industry or is immobile between industries in response to changes in market conditions. Next is specific function is any function transferred to a designated company by virtue of this act. A specific issue is an order giving direction. Next, specific problem is specific issue that you will aim to address in your research. Specific question is yield specific answer. Next, statistical data is data that are collected and or generated by statistic in process of statistical observation or statistical data. Next, store data is the use of recording media to retain data using computers of other devices. Next, take initiative is be the first to take action in a particular situation. Next is test score is a piece of information, usually a number, that conveys the performance of an examined on a test. Next, theoretical perspective is a set assumptions about reality that inform the questions we ask and the kinds of answer we arrive at as a result. Next, academic journal is a periodical that contains articles written by experts in a particular field of study. Next, accurate information it has a quality of being true or correct even in small details. Next, alternative interpretation is alternative ways of explaining something. Alternative model is men and women who tend to model for brands that aren't as conventional or mainstream as others. Next, available data is when an organization ensures that all of its business-related data is available to the organization. Next, available evidence is evidence from valid and practically relevant research, often from the basic sciences. Basic function is an activity of a local government. Next, basic technique is technique used to shape reaction patterns for the use of primary combat elements. Next, become the focus of the main topic or main thing that it is concerned with. Next, begin a process is to do the first part of an action. Next, brief introduction is typically describes the scope of the document and gives a brief explanation or a summary of the document. Next, central authority is an agency or organization that is designated to play a key facilitating role in the implementation and operation of an international treaty in public and private international law. Central importance is the central person or thing in particular situation is the most important one. Next, climatic condition is a general mental capability involving reasoning, problem solving, planning, abstract thinking, complex idea comprehension, and learning from experience. Next, cognitive skills is the ability of an individual to perform the various mental activities most closely associated with learning and problem solving. Next, becomingly accepted is generally approved or used and accepted convention or practice. Next is conduct a survey is to find out what our customers really want. Next is consider the impact of is a sudden and powerful effect that it has on them. Next, convey a message is to impart or communicate by statement, suggestion, gesture, or appearance. Next is convincing evidence is the evidence is highly and substantially more likely to be true than untrue. Next, creative process is the evolution of an idea into its final form through progressions of thought and actions. Next, creative work is a manifestation of creative effort including fine artwork. Next, defining feature is one that is completely typical of something and allows it to be identified. Next is distinguishing feature is a description of features which could uniquely identify an object. Next, employee method is to provide with a job that pays wages or a salary. Next, an enormous amount of is extremely large in size or amount. Next, evolutionary process is genetic mutations and natural selection. Next is experimental study is study in which conditions are under the direct control of the investigators. Next, extensive research is a detailed study of a subject, especially in order to discover new information. And the last is face difficulties is to have to deal with a challenging situation. Okay, I think that's all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.